Our next recipient is dedicated to empowering our youth through leadership and academics.
Ruben Castillo and his 7 siblings were born to Jose and Marciana Castillo. The family lived on the west side of Fresno, where Ruben graduated from Tranquility High. The Castillos made higher education a priority, and all of their children continued their educations after high school. In 1994, Ruben earned a liberal arts degree from Fresno State, and later a bilingual teaching credential and an administrative credential. While going to school, he served as an aircraft technician in the 144th Fighter Wing. In the past 20 years, Ruben has moved up through the ranks of Fresno County's educational system, beginning as a teacher at his alma mater, Cantua Elementary, to elementary principal for the Golden Plains School District, and now as administrator for Region 4, the largest migrant education program in California. His dedication as an advocate for migrant students and their parents shows in the programs he has developed, such as pre-kindergarten transition classes, Fathers in Action Weekend, and English classes for non-English speaking students. Ruben says, "As a professional, I promote and participate in student-parent events at Fresno State because I know firsthand an education from Fresno State will change a life." Ruben enjoys cooking, the Oakland A's, woodworking, and spending time with his 3 children.
Please join me in congratulating the 2013 Outstanding Alumnus recipient on behalf of the Kremen School of Education and Human Development, Ruben V. Castillo, escorted by Associate Dean Jim Marshall.
Oh, good evening. Jim, can you give me a hand with this very heavy award? There's a box for it over there someplace. I love the large screens. I always wanted to look back one day, and I did one time when I saw I had a big bald spot in the back of my head, so I don't look back anymore. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be. I want to thank the Fresno State Alumni Association for this great honor, and also want to thank the School of Education, the Kremen School of Education, for having the faith in me and giving me this great recognition. It really, truly is an honor. Growing up in the West Side and here in the Valley, I never thought that I'd end up here tonight, receiving this prestigious award. It truly is an honor. And what I love about tonight is that it's a reality that you can achieve the things you want to achieve if you really put your effort and heart into it and make it happen. When I was young, growing up in the West Side, my father gave us 2 options in life. He would say, you can work in the fields with me, or you can go to Fresno State. And that was it. We had no other option in life. And we all came to Fresno State, thanks to my dad. And he would often talk about Fresno State. He would say, Fresno State is far away from here. It's about, we lived about 60 miles out in the West Side. He would say, about 60 miles, there's a big school called Fresno State. I've never been there, but that's where you're going. And that's where I ended up, and I am so thankful for that. When I was growing up, the toughest thing was having to work as a man when we were children, because back then laws were a little bit differently. So we had to work very, very hard. And I think that instilled in me the desire to work and advocate, not just for my family, but for the community in general. My brother Ben is here tonight with us as well. And my brother Ben was the first one in our family to attend Fresno State, and he opened the road for us. He's the one that paved the way for us to come to this university, and every single one of us followed through after. And I'm guessing that it took a lot of courage for him to leave home and come to a place like Fresno State and graduate as an engineer, I believe in 1980, around there, right, Ben? 80? Yeah, okay. I kind of got that. But more importantly, this university offered for me and for many students like myself the opportunity of hope, the hope for a better tomorrow, the hope for something different. I remember working as a young child out in the fields and thinking to myself, I wish the day would end, and I wish there would be a better tomorrow. I wish something would be different. Fresno State is what made the difference for me and many students like me, and it continues to do that. The university embraces its diversity. We're in a beautiful community with so many cultures and languages and ethnicities. That's what makes this community beautiful, and Fresno State embraces that, and it gives us the opportunity to move forward as a community. So I don't forget that. And I advocate very hard for all of our students in Fresno County. I advocate for all of our families because I believe that they too can have a better tomorrow. I want to thank my mom and dad. They're in the back, Jose and Marciana Castillo, because they're the ones, thank you, they're the ones, without knowing anything about a formal education, they told us that you needed a formal education to have a different life. So because of that, I am where I am today. Gracias, mom and dad, por el apoyo. Y gracias por tener el valor de darnos guía en la vida. I love you for that. I want to thank my family for always supporting me, and all my, you guys know because you do what I do for a living. We work Saturdays and Sundays and late nights and early mornings, but we do it because we have a passion to serve our communities. My family, I want to thank you for being supportive and always being there for me as well. For all my friends here as well tonight, thank you for your support and supporting me in what I do. And I want to thank Sandra. Thank you very much for being there and tolerating the late nights and the Saturdays and the Sundays, and many more to come, by the way. Just putting that out there right now. My daughter Jasmine here tonight is with me as well, and I want to thank her because she's had to endure a lot of that when I missed a volleyball game or when I missed a tournament for providing service, because Fresno State gave me an opportunity to leave the field and do something different and provide that service. And because of that, I am indebted, and I will serve my community and advocate for all the kids that still plan to come and still will come to Fresno State. So thank you. Enjoy your evening. Go Bulldogs.